Welcome back everyone, this is J7Jace bringing you some builds for Balthier. Because of his ability Barrage, great speed, equipment options, passive safeguard support ability, and mobility, he is often regarded as one of the most overpowered characters in the game along with Orlando. He is essentially a thief and Mustadio combined, but on steroids. I know I made some build videos for him in the past, but I thought I'd return with one video essentially combining them, along with some other new setups I recently thought of. A lot of these will be overkill, and at times you can break the game even more so, but I still find it a blast to use every now and then. With all that being said, let's get started. This first build I showed a while back was loved by a lot of people. It was a Holy Lance Barrage build, inspired by the one and only YoshnJa from Tactics League, who makes online Rendezvous and Melee possible, so check him out if you're into that or interested. For this setup, just increase Balthier's Faith to 94 and Bravery to 97 for best results. With good enough RNG, you can even one-shot Ultima's final form as seen here. For your equipment, use Holy Lance as it has a chance to proc Holy, then Aegis Shield, Acacia Hat, Lordly Robe, and Sage's Ring. Then for your abilities, any secondary but I like Jump, then Nature's Wrath or Dragonheart, Vehemence, and Move +3. What you want to do is go up to any enemy, use Barrage, and pray for Holy to happen. It's very effective against nearly all enemies. Balthier will do excellent damage, he'll be fast, can tank hits, and in addition to absorbing all the elements, Sage's Ring will also boost his holy damage. This build is very overpowered, but I find it fun and satisfying. If you love guns and want to attack instantly from afar, another setup that will use High Faith very well is to use magic guns with Balthier. So equip Blaster, Kaiser's Shield for that lightning element boost, Acacia Hat, Lordly Robe, and Brigand's Glove. Then for our abilities, items, Soulbind, Arcane Strength, and Move +3. This is the most devastating magic gun damage in the game by far, and on top of this, we will be hasted along with having Protect and Shell, along with items to help out our party members. Now let's scrap the faith-based builds, as Balthier and religion don't mix, so for these next setups, keep his faith as low as possible so magic won't harm us. I've mentioned this build in the past for Mustadio and Chemists, but this one synergizes even more on Balthier, as his speed stat is so insane. It was an attack up gun build, so use any secondary ability, but I prefer items, mana shield, attack boost, and mana font. Then for our equipment, Fomalot, Reverie Shield, Acacia Hat, Ninja Gear, and Brigand's Glove. Use Barrage to attack enemies from a distance, and try not to move as much as possible. Conserve CT. You should be getting in turns very quickly, allowing you to attack and take out enemies from afar. If you want Balthier to be a hybrid damage dealer in Chemist, you can sub attack boost for throw items and Lordly Robe for ninja gear. In addition to dealing pretty good damage, he will be able to take hits and use items on your party members, which is useful in some of the harder battles. Balthier can also be a fantastic melee fighter and evasion tank because of his stats and equipment choices, so I'll show a setup I enjoy using. For your abilities, Darkness as your secondary, Reflexes, Defense boost, and Move +3. Then equip Chaos Blade, Reverie Shield, Acacia Hat, Lordly Robe, and Featherweave Cloak. He will be extremely hard to hit, and if he does, the Protect from Lordly Robe and Defense boost will keep him up, and he can heal with Sanguine Sword. I also prefer Reverie Shield over Escutcheon 2 because of the half elemental damage, as Balthier already has wonderful evasion thanks to being a Sky Pirate. You might not be able to KO some enemies in one hit, but you have 4 chances to petrify with Barrage when using Chaos Blade. If you love using spears and jumping, Balthier is also the best person for this. Equip Javelin 2, a Reverie Shield, Acacia Hat, Ninja Gear, and Brigand's Glove. Then jump, mana shield, defense boost, and mana font. He'll be coming down very fast from jumps with his high speed, and he is even better than ninjas or Malidal because of his equipment options. If you love longbows, Balthier can also become the best archer as well. Just give him Sagittarius Bow, Acacia Hat, Brave Suit or Lordly Robe, and Brigand's Glove. Then use any secondary, Aim because why not, Adrenaline Rush, Vehemence, and Move +3. This will be the strongest bow damage you will ever see in game, and if you're on the mobile version, it's a fantastic setup to help you get through Midlight Steep. You'll be virtually invincible, just watch out for enemies that can inflict negative status ailments. These are some of the strongest builds you can use for Balthier, but before I get done, I want to show you 2 gimmicky setups and 1 stealing build. If you want to mess around, give Balthier Nagnarok with Barrage and hope you toad your target. Just a heads up, it will also remove Toad from an enemy that's in Toad status, so be careful. Last but not least, I gotta have a Dark Knight build for him, as I have a thing for knights, so change Balthier into a Dark Knight. Give him Valhalla, then equip Grand Helm, Grand Armor, and Brigand's Glove. Then for his abilities, Piracy, Shida Hadori, Vehemence, and Move +3. Go up to enemies and use Barrage. Valhalla has a chance to KO enemies, which is a fun proc to see, even though most of the time you will be able to just finish off enemies before even seeing the proc. For my last build, it's a Balthier Plunder build, as he has slightly higher steal percentages compared to the Thief's steal. For this build, change him to a monk, and for his abilities, use Piracy, Auto Potion, Attack Boost, and Move +3. Then for his equipment, Mirage Vest and either Hermes Shoes or Brigand's Glove. You'll have one of the best thieves in the game who can also hit physically hard. This about wraps up all the builds I love using on Balthier. If you want someone that is versatile, overpowered, and just cool overall, he will be a great fit in anyone's party setup. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time with more videos.